over. So, you know what that means. There's going to be videos coming out which are going to make my early season predictions either look like genius fuel, or I'm going to be officially exposed for having the brains of a carrot. Hello, I am the Irish guy. And all season long, I have been predicting the results of each Premier League weekend against other guests. Yeah, there's 2 weeks left. Anfield Agenda is reigning supreme at the top, whilst Callum Fowler is stuck at the bottom, covered in empty yogurt pots and dirty nappies. But somebody suggested in the comments, yeah, react to my original Premier League predictions video at the end of the season, of course, but also, what would the table look like according to my weekly predictions? Yeah, I've already gone ahead and predicted the final 2 game weeks in secret. Spoilers, I think Newcastle will get second. So it's all laid out in front of me. So this is going to feel like stepping inside my brain and looking at what my subconscious has been privately thinking. Because no, this isn't a meticulous Premier League predictions video where I plan where each team is going to go. No. This is what my brain has created bit by bit, week by week. So now, this is probably going to expose what I really think of every club. So which team do I actually hate for real? I'm kind of scared to look. Wait, let's go. 20th Leicester City, 18 points. Yep, I had zero faith in Leicester City. And yeah, all season long, I've been consistently backing them to lose. And you know what? I really started to tip them to consistently lose when Ruben Isloy was fully morphing into a clueless pony on the bench. I've been consistently backing them to lose for months. So now, they haven't actually finished bottom, which is confusing. I mean, where's Southampton? Where did I put Southampton? 19th, Southampton, 21 points. Yep. I've got the brains of a gnome. I think we can all agree on that, right? Southampton are one of the most hideous Premier League sides of all time. I mean, any team who celebrates scraping their 12th point of the season in May, oh, they have desperately low standards. It's a bit like a middle-aged comic book nerd throwing a party because a woman smiled at him on the bus. But lads, I thought that Southampton under Russell Martin were gonna be good. And for some reason, I actually tipped them to win matches, playing as this the Barca brand of football. Instead, Martin's game plan was ripped apart as if you fed a Chinese takeaway menu to a dog. And for some reason, he's now on the telly, being interviewed as if he's an expert on the game. Martin, you're about as qualified to give Premier League advice as I am to give a TED Talk on what it's like to give birth to Chinese twins. I don't know. Oh, wow, 21 points. I really overestimated what Southampton were going to do. Did I not see that their players had the first touch of cottage cheese? 18th, Nottingham Forest, 23 points. Irish guy exposed. All season long, I've been telling you that I don't hate Forest. I just think that they would crumble and miss out on the Champions League spots. Yeah, I've actually, in the back of my mind, subconsciously backed them to get relegated, which is so annoying because I managed to avoid falling into that trap last summer. That's what everyone was saying months ago, that Nuno Santos' boys will slip into the championship. And I remember thinking, no, that is such simple logic, getting spewed by blokes with potato brains. Yeah, you know what I did last summer. Look at this.
13 Nottingham Forest. Nobody, absolutely nobody, thinks that Nottingham Forest will finish this high in the league, right? But why not? This is a talented crop of players. And Nuno Santo actually be given a pre-season to implement his magic. I think he will turn Forest into a tough-to-beat, counter-attacking side. Very similar to what he had with Wolves, when, don't forget, he got a newly promoted team to finish 7th in the league. People have sneered at Santo ever since his Tottenham failure, but his work at Molineux was brilliant. I think Forest will be absolutely fine.
Yeah, and yet still this season, every week, I have backed them to lose 18 with 23 points. That is so frighteningly annoying. How have I backed them to scrape 40 less points than what they actually have? Oh, lads, this is embarrassing. Oh, this is very, very grim. I said I didn't hate Forest. Then what on earth is this? Maybe I do secretly hate them. It's like a psychiatrist telling me that I'm actually terrified of sheep. 17th, Everton, 28 points. 28 points? 28? Wow, I clearly had such a little faith in Everton all season long. Look, I've said that the Toffees would stay up, sure, but just 28 points? Wow, I really was not enthused by Sean Dyche football. And the arrival of Mouldy Old Moyes hasn't exactly thrilled me either, because I've still been backing them to lose. Sorry Everton, this is pretty grim. Next, 16th, Wolves, 30 points. Lads, you know what the crazy thing is? After the first 2 months of the season, I subconsciously had Wolves bottom of the table on just 6 pathetic points. I was tipping Gary O'Neill to lose every single week. And you know what? He kind of did that as well in real life, because like I've been trying to tell everyone, he is an insanely ordinary coach who couldn't motivate a bear to scratch its crotch. He looks like somebody whose team talks would be more boring than sitting through a documentary about how orange juice is made. But hey, once Peter Pereira took the wheel, I started giving Wolves plenty more points on the board. And yeah, 16th on 30. 15th, Ipswich, 34 points. What? 34 points. You know what's kind of crazy? I don't think this is unrealistic. Because lads, make no mistake about it, 34 points would still have had Ipswich Town relegated early doors. Well, it would have been a whole lot more respectable than the pitiful 22 points they've stuck up so far. Yeah, I clearly thought Kieran McKenna's boys put up more of a fight than they did. 14th, Crystal Palace, 38 points. Well, now I'm mightily confused, because this is what I said on my predictions video last August.
10th Crystal Palace. I actually think they will get 50 plus points. So, if they don't get a points total in the 50s, then I will pour 20 yogurts over my head and stand out in the sun.
So I've been certain all year that Crystal Palace would put up a points total in the 50s, and yet, when you add up all the predictions I've actually given them, it's just 38 points. 38 points and 14. I mean, it isn't a desperately awful prediction, but I was not giving Palace enough credit. I absolutely lowballed them with 38 points. Sorry, Palace. 13th, Fulham, 39 points. Look, well, Fulham might finish 13th, but again, I've only predicted them to put 39 points on the board. I'm pretty confused why. Evidently, my subconscious has looked at Marco Silva's boys as if they're just a collection of insufferably boring guarded gnomes, because to not even give them 40 points on the board, yeah, that one is strange. 12th, West Ham, 43 points. Well, would you look at that? I've practically got this one spot on. West Ham currently have 40 points with 2 games remaining. My prediction left them with 43 points, although Purse are ridiculously high in 12. Look, I know what this was. I would have given the Hammers the book of their points when they had Lopetegui at the wheel. But once this vanilla noodle stick like Potter took charge, oh yeah, that's when they started backing them to lose. Honestly, I really thought Lopetegui would do something this year. Come on, he's a former Real Madrid manager who's actually coached Ronaldo. Potter used to manage Leeds University and was a technical director for the Ghana women's team. Oh yes, and he also looks like Southgate at the back of a spoon. He's clearly somebody who's got the charisma of a headless teddy bear. Lads, so far this one is a pretty spot on subconscious prediction. I'm proud of this one. 11th, Brighton, 46 points. Look, this isn't a horrible one. My brain subconsciously said that Brighton would finish 11th, which they might. I mean, they've currently got 55 points on the board. I gave them 46, which to be fair is not a horrible shout at all. I'm surprised by this one, because lads, people like to say that I hate Brighton for being a hipster club, especially when they appointed a rookie child in the summer. Somebody who probably still wears Digimon underpants, somebody who probably still orders turkey dinosaurs, went out to dinner with his wife. Yeah, I'm surprised that I didn't subconsciously tip this other child for relegation. But no, 46 points on the board. That is proof that I don't actually hate Brighton. And I guess my brain actually thinks that Fabian Hürzeler is okay. I know, I'm shocked too. This would be like if someone told me that I had a crush on Oprah Winfrey. It's news to me. 10th, Man United, 47 points, lads. Isn't it crazy to think that my brain backing Manchester United to finish 10th on 47 points is actually an incredibly generous prediction? And you know what, lads, when it comes to predicting Manchester United, back in December, one of the most glorious predictions that have ever left my mouth.
Man City versus Man United. I'm going to go nuts and go with a Manchester United win. Sure, a goal for Haaland, yes, but I'm going for a strike from Marcus Rashford. And yeah, a winning penalty from Bruno Fernandes. Just you watch. Man United are getting the win.
How? Just how? How did I know that was going to happen? The worst Manchester United team ever, leaving the home of the Premier League champions with a smash and grab 2-1 win. I'm still astonished how I managed to pull that one off. 9th, Aston Villa, 56 points. Oh, lads, this was close. Yeah, I lowballed Aston Villa because I chucked them 56 points and I guess 9th. In reality, they're 6th with 63 points and hunting down Champions League football. But hey, for a club who everyone says,
oh, you don't give us any credit. You don't like Aston Villa. Blah!
Lads, I predicted them to earn nearly 60 points. That ain't that bad, right? Now, if you'll excuse me, it's banana time. Oh, I'm gonna choke on one of these one day. 8th, Chelsea, 59 points. Lads, I'm pretty sure that last summer I tipped Chelsea to finish 15th. Oh, I said that, but then rapidly changed my tune because I backed you to stick nearly 60 points on the board. I'm confused because I don't even rate Maresca. What is going on? Look, Chelsea currently have 63 points and are 5th. And my brain told me that one space and just a couple of points would separate Chelsea and Aston Villa. Well, yeah, pretty much. This isn't as grisly as I thought it would be, but I'm shocked because I didn't think this Chelsea team was any good. What? 7th, Tottenham, 61 points. Do I have cabbage brains? What is this? No, seriously. What is this? Why on earth do I have Tottenham sitting 7th in the league with 61 points? Over 20 points more than they actually have. My brain thinks this Spurs team is still good enough to finish 7th. No. Instead, it's 17th. What gets me is that How was I not learning? Sure, I get maybe consistently backing Spurs to win at the start of the season, but once Ange Postecoglou firmly established he was having a meltdown, and the Spurs were now a pudding team low in confidence, losing most weeks, why did I keep predicting them to win? No one told me in the comments. It actually makes no sense. I have no justification for this. I'm so incredibly confused. 61 points. This Tottenham team. What on earth? Why? 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 Sixth, Brentford, 63 points. Well, I'm very surprised. Lads, this actually makes sense, because over the last couple of weeks, I've been saying that Brighton are good enough to get top half, and that seeing them perched in 11th all the time just didn't sit right with me. Yesterday, I said I was pleased they beat Ipswich at the weekend because it meant they would probably now finish top half. Yeah, these were weird words that were leaving my mouth. I don't know why I cared. I don't know why I said those things. It's like me telling you that I hope the pigeon outside has a nice day. I don't care if he does. That pigeon could have lost custody of his kids. I don't care. I don't care about Brentford. At least I thought I didn't. Nah, I mean, I'm not someone with such a weird obsession with the bees that I smear my face with honey and stand out in the sun hoping to kiss a female bumblebee. No, but it does make sense now, considering that I've accidentally been tipping Brentford to win matches all year, and my brain has wanted them to be challenging for the Champions League. My brain has them 6th on 63 points. An overreach on what they actually have. And it's kind of wild. So that's why I've been saying that I've been underwhelmed by them being 11th all year. Because my brain has secretly had a crush on Brentford all year. I know, I am surprised too. It's a bit like when you're 14 years of age to realize, oh no, you fancy your cousin. Oh wow, I guess I really like Brentford. Yeah, I'm shocked too. Trust me, I'm shocked. I said Mbemo and Visa would score over 20 goals each. 5th, Newcastle, 74 points.
Oh, I bet he has Newcastle winning the league because he's biased.
No. 5th? Do you see what a realistic, unbiased monkey I actually am? I mean, yes, I did also overreach with the number of points because I've given them 80 points. The most they can get now is 72. But hey, my brain has them 5th. 4th, Arsenal, 81 points. Look, Arsenal fans, I don't want to hear you squealing in the comments. Yeah, I guess I've accidentally tipped you to finish 4th. So on paper, this looks like I've had it in for the Gunners all season long. You probably think I've been consistently backing Arsenal to fail and choke on a lump of broccoli. No, I'm sorry, I still overestimated Arsenal. I've given you 81 points. The most you could possibly get for this season is now 74. This isn't that crazy at all. 3rd, Liverpool, 83 points. 3rd, I've given Liverpool 3rd. Yeah, the Liverpool fans will all be laughing at me in the comments, sure, absolutely. But, I've still given you 83 points. People in the comments always say,
oh, you always back Liverpool to lose. Always!
Is that true though? At most, I'm going to be wrong by what, 6 points? Because the most Liverpool can get now is 89. This isn't that bad at all. 2nd, Man City, 84 points. I didn't learn. Did I just completely ignore the Man City collapse? Did I just turn a blind eye to the fact that Pep Guardiola's boys we're not the same beast this year? Look, I'm clearly not a completely deluded rat because on the face of it, 84 points is still shoddy work for this imperious bunch of Man City treble winners. Me backing them for 84 is definitely a fall off from the usual 90 plus points these superhumans usually get. 84 points? No, Man City will not get close to that. The most they can get now is 71. Whoops. But at least I didn't subconsciously back them to reclaim the Premier League crown, because that would have looked majorly silly. At least I said the Premier League title would go to someone else, but wait. Who's missing? 1st, Bournemouth, 88 points. Oh, this is embarrassing. My brain has actually said the Bournemouth to win the league with 88 points. I promise you, lads. I didn't realize I was doing this. Yes, virtually every week, I guess I must have been tipping the Cherries to win. Why didn't you stop me? I was doing it over and over again. I was addicted to predicting Bournemouth wins. I can't believe it. I've added up all the points, and I literally have Bournemouth top, with Justin Cliver close to winning the Golden Boot. All year long. It's kind of been a joke in the comments.
You glazy Riola. Oh, you secretly want to have a baby with the Cherries coach.
Yeah, and I laughed it all off, but oh, maybe I do. Maybe I secretly do, because no, this is not reasonable. I've tipped them to take just 2 points fewer than the Arsenal Invincible team of 2004. 88 points. Why didn't anyone stop me? Why didn't you tell me I was out of control? I was backing Bournemouth to win a stupid amount of games. Someone should have told me to slow down because, wow, even I'm a little creeped out right now. I didn't know I was doing this. Even I'm a bit concerned that, oh, maybe I do want to sniff Iriola's armpits. Maybe I do want to lick dog muck off his shoe because this is ridiculous. 88 points. I've actually backed little old Bournemouth to hoover up 88 points. Again, why did no one stop me? This is lunacy. Absolute wet lunacy. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'm sorry. I have to slow down with my Bournemouth. Okay, from this day forward, I will shut up about my Bournemouth glaze. Because even I know, 88 points. No other human being in the world would have backed Bournemouth to win 88 points. I'm actually a little scared. Anyway, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and ways. I'll talk to you know what. Bournemouth! Wow!